Hello and welcome. In this video I will show you how to make a custom connection as you see here from scratch. I will go through it step by step and how to use this connection on multiple beams. So let's get straight into it. Before we continue, you can check out my website at the link down below. There is a template and course available if you want to learn or get a ready-to-use template, so feel free to check it out. So, how do we get started? First of all, we need two metal plates in between the vertical column and the beam itself. So we go to our floor plan. Right here in our floor plan, you see right here the column that is connected to the beam right here, and then we have a steel beam that needs to be connected to the steel column. So first, before we continue, I will do tile view so we can watch in 3D and at the same time in floor plan or section when we model it. So I will leave it like this. And then to start, we're gonna make a section facing to the column because we need to model the end plates. Then we go right here for section. We're gonna draw it, something like that. And of course, we're gonna change the direction so we see the column itself. There we go. And then we go to the view and I will set my view template first. Give me a second. Voila. There we go. I will make this box a little bit smaller, make some shadows and set it to fine so we can see a bit of depth. So right here, we need to model two plates in between the column and beam. To start, we go to the steel tab right here. And then of course, we're gonna select the plate. Select it. And then it says pick a plane. Well, we're gonna pick a plane, and that's the plane is the front of the steel column. So pick a plane, click OK, and then we're gonna hover it. So you can see now it's on the side of the column, and this is on the front of the column. So click it once, and then we can start drawing the plate. I'm gonna zoom a little bit more in. Then I will go for rectangle right here. Then I'm gonna snap it right here and just draw it like that. That's it. We're gonna go for the finishing mode and wait a second, and there you go. There is a steel plate in between the column and the beam, but we need two of them. But first we need to make holes before we copy the second plate. Before we continue with the holes, I will change my plate thickness. I just select it, and right here we can change it. We're gonna change it to 1. There we go. And then we can continue to make the holes. But before we do that, I would like to zoom in and draw some detail lines to center the holes. So I have a detail line right here. Then I will draw one right here and one right here. Then I see I will make it 3 centimeters right here from the top. I will make it also 3. Oh, let's do 3.5. Yes. From the bottom also 3.5. There we go. Oh, select. Yes, there we go. 3.5. And we're gonna leave it. Then this one I just can mirror right here. Select it. Boom. And now we can make the holes. So again, we go to the steel tab right here. Then we go with bolts and we have a drop down menu, and there we have it, holes. Now we select it. Now we need to select the face of the object or plate or column or whatever, where you want to make the holes on it. So make sure we have the plate selected, voila, from the face. Click it once, and now we are in the menu to make the holes. Again, I go with rectangle, and then I can just snap to the detail lines that I just made. Then press escape a couple of times, click finish, and the holes appear. Of course, they are a bit too big, but you can change it from diameter to 1.5, and this looks more like it. Then we can of course delete the detail lines, and right here in 3D you see that we have the holes modeled into the plate, but we need two of them. Well, we go to our floor plan again, we zoom a little bit more in, and right here we have our end plate. We're just gonna copy it like this, boom, and we have two plates that are connected to the steel column right here. The next step is of course to add the bolts. For the bolts we go again to our section, and we're gonna work again right here to place the bolts into the middle. What I'm gonna do is of course draw a detail line like this. I would leave the other ones that we modeled, but I will leave it like this so we can snap it together. Now the next thing that we're going to do is of course to the steel tab and then to bolts, and then if you click it nothing really happens. So if you didn't use it before, well, now Revit asks which object you want to connect with the bolts. So again, I will go to my 3D, then select bolts, and then I'm gonna select the plate and the column. That's what needs to be connected. And then I do enter, and then it says to select a face. Okay, we're gonna select the face of the plate, click it, and there we go. Now we are in the menu to place the bolts. We go to our section again. So our section is active. We go for a rectangle and we snap to our points right here, just a rectangle. Okay, that's it. Then we go for finishing mode, and then the bolts will appear. Voila, there it is. We have the bolts. And now we can do a lot of things with it. Right here in the menu, you can change the bolts and distance and so on, but I will keep it simple right now. I will choose the ones right here, and let's say we have 12 millimeter. Yeah, that's okay. And I will change it to 8.8, and they will automatically change. There we go. The bolts are placed. Now we can remove the detail lines forever, and we won't need them. So right here you see the bolts. I will active sharp lines, and right you see here that we placed the bolts. So we did it already, and now we need to do is of course to model this plate right here in our beam to connect the column. So we're gonna model the plate in between here. How do we begin with that? Some important things to say. So we see here we are in our floor plan, and remember the grid line is F. So remember that we need that to model the plate. So it's F, but now we need to make a section first. So I will create a similar and make a section like this, and of course I will leave it so. Then we go to the view, and I will first add my view template. Voila. Okay, and that is actually what we need, and I will make my view a bit better. There we go. Then fine and color. So you see already here the connection is in place, but not as a whole connection. So right now we're gonna make the plate right here. So how do we begin with that? Well, actually a bit the same as the two plates right here. Again, we go for plate, and the second thing that it asks is pick a plane. But we can't really pick a plane because nothing is really in there. But we can also check a name, and then we're gonna go for the grid F, because that's where it is in the middle. Okay, and you see already it appearing right here, right in the middle, that we are gonna model there. And that's actually the point that we need. So we're gonna click OK, and now we can make the end plate. So I will just draw a rectangle, for example, like this, and I will make this, this 30. And this right here, I will make this 20. Perfect. Now I'm gonna add a line right here, something like this, yes, and then a diagonal one. I will trim it. There you go. And I'm gonna, it's thin. Okay, that's quite a coincidence. Yeah, it's thin. It needs to be thin in the middle. And right here, the height of it. So if I put a dimension to it right here, you see it's 14. I will move it a little bit more to 10 also, and then remove the dimension and connect them to each other. So that's quite the profile that we want, and all we need to do is again finishing, and that's it. Then for thickness 1.5, voila. And now we can just a little bit adjust the plate because it's not quite in the middle. You will see why. You see that the plate is just moved on the grid line. I will make the grid lines a bit more visible. I will make a red one, something like this. Okay, apply, okay. And you see the red line like here. Well, that's the middle, but it's not really modeled in the middle. So we're gonna move it into the middle of the grid line, and there it is. So now we are sure it stands in the middle and the plate is modeled. But the next thing is, how do we make a connection from this? So now you guys thinking, well, we need to do it every time or every step again. Well, no, you don't need to do that. So the next thing I will show you how to make a custom connection from it and how to multiply it and use it for this one. So how to make it a custom connection? Well, first of all, we go to the Steel tab right here. Make sure you are in the 3D view. And then we're going to just select the connection. And now it says that we need to connect a beam and a column. We're going to do that. So we're going to select this one and this one. Then we go for enter. And there is a nothing. But we have now an option that we can click customize right here. Just click on it. And then it says custom or create custom connection and name it. And we will do it example connection. Click OK. And now we are in a menu. This menu means what we need to connect. What we want to include to the connection. So I'm gonna place a rectangle. Oh, that's a bit too much. And I will don't do it. So we'll do the plate, this plate, this plate, and this plate. And those things are now included. We're gonna do finishing mode, and voila, we have our connection. Our own custom connection. So if we go to here, you see right here we have example connection. And now we actually made a custom connections. Now in 3D, we can just use this connection for those two. Very simple. We go to connection right here, and then we select our example connection. We select the beam, we select the column, and then we just go for enter. Just wait a couple of seconds, and voila, Revit remembers our connection, and that's how you can repeat your own custom connection. Also here in our floor plan, you can just select the connection, and then you can copy it from grid line to grid line. So example from here to here, just leave it, and Revit will automatically make the connection as you see here in 3D. And that's how you make a custom connection. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.